He's not the loudest. He's not the flashiest. He doesn't talk trash. He doesn't go viral for meltdowns or miracle shots, but he wins.
Scheffler.
Again.
His stardom confirmed.
And again.
For the greatest prize, Scottie Scheffler becomes the champion golfer.
Week after week, tournament after tournament, Scottie Scheffler just keeps showing up and finishing on top. No drama, no distractions, just domination. So here's the question that fans, analysts, and fellow players are all starting to ask. Why can't anyone beat Scottie Scheffler? Born in New Jersey and raised in Texas, Scottie Scheffler picked up a golf club almost as soon as he could walk. By age 7, he was out-driving kids twice his age. By 10, he was winning tournaments. By 16, he was a household name in Texas junior golf. He won the prestigious US Junior Amateur in 2013, joining names like Tiger Woods and Jordan Spieth, and at the University of Texas, he was part of a powerhouse program and stood out on one of the most competitive rosters in college golf. After turning pro in 2018, Scottie grinded through the Korn Ferry Tour, earning his way to the PGA Tour the hard way, by outworking everyone. He was talented, he was consistent, but no one predicted what was coming. Because what came next wasn't just a rise, it was a takeover. In February 2022, Scottie won his first PGA Tour event at the Waste Management Phoenix Open.
Maybe one more right here. Ted Scott and Scottie Scheffler figured it out.
Then he won again, and again, and again. The Arnold Palmer Invitational, the WGC Match Play, and then the Masters. In just 57 days, he racked up 4 wins, skyrocketed to world #1, and planted a flag at the top of professional golf. What made it so remarkable wasn't just how quickly it happened, it was how composed he looked doing it. No wild celebrations, no emotional roller coasters, just steady, clinical, championship caliber golf. And while some called it a hot streak, others saw it for what it was, the beginning of the Scheffler era. Since that breakout year, the numbers have told the full story. From 2023 to 2025, Scottie led the PGA Tour in strokes gained tee to green by wide margins. He wasn't just hitting more fairways, he was hitting it longer and straighter. He wasn't just hitting greens, he was attacking pins with precision. He ranked first in ball striking, first in greens and regulation, top 5 in approach shots from nearly every distance, and the consistency off the charts. More top 10 finishes than any other golfer during that span, by far. Analysts started comparing his metrics to prime Tiger Woods.
That's the unfair question, but how close is Scottie to Tiger? How close will he ever be to Tiger?
And they weren't exaggerating. Statistically, Scheffler was dominating fields by Tiger-like margins, except for one thing: putting.
Time to get this place ready.
Scottie Scheffler 3 under through his first 3, and wow.
The one part of his game that just couldn't keep up. In 2023, it became painfully clear. Putting was holding Scottie back. He was 162nd in strokes gained putting. That's not just bad, that's bottom of the tour bad. He'd shoot a near-perfect round tee to green and still miss out on wins because of missed putts inside 10 feet. It wasn't just frustrating, it was crippling. But in 2024, everything changed. He ditched his longtime Scotty Cameron blade and switched to a tailor-made spider mallet. something many players would never risk mid-career. Some say Rory McIlroy nudged him in that direction. Scottie himself won't say, but what's clear is this: it worked. Later that year, he added a claw grip for more stability. The difference? Immediate. He started draining the putts he used to miss. He gained confidence on the greens. And suddenly, he had no weak spot. By 2025, he was ranked in the top 30 in strokes gained putting. And at the British Open, he led the entire field in putting performance. This wasn't just a fix. It was a full transformation. Scottie Scheffler doesn't have the prettiest swing on tour. In fact, to most fans, it looks odd, especially the way his feet shuffle on impact. But it's repeatable, and under pressure, it holds up. That's what matters. He doesn't try to overpower courses. He plays angles. He hits targets. He avoids big numbers. His course management is elite. And now that his putter is in sync with the rest of his game, there's no weakness left to exploit. He plays within himself. Never tries to be someone else. He trusts his process, stays in his bubble, and slowly but surely outlasts everyone around him. That's why Scheffler wins, not with fireworks, but with precision, discipline, and ice-cold control. Before the 2025 British Open, Scottie said something that defined his career more than any stat. Golf is not who I am. My identity is in Christ. It wasn't a throwaway line. It was his foundation. He's spoken often about how his faith anchors him, how his purpose is greater than golf.
And all of a sudden, you get to number one in the world, and then they're like, what's the point? And, I really do believe that, because, what is the point? You're like, why do I want to win this tournament so bad? That's something that I wrestle with on a daily basis. It's like,
he knows golf is what he does, but it's not who he is. He also prioritizes his family and keeps everything in perspective.
it's just one of those deals. I love the challenge. I love being able to play this game for a living. It's one of the greatest joys of my life, but does it fill the deepest, wants and desires of my heart? Absolutely not. That's why I talk about families being my priority, because it really is. I'm blessed to be able to come out here and play golf, but if my golf ever started affecting my home life, or it ever affected the relationship I have with my wife or with my son, that's gonna be the last day that I play out here for a living.
That gives him a mental edge that almost no one else on tour has, because when the pressure is mounting and the whole world is watching, Scheffler isn't thinking about legacy or status. He's thinking about peace, about what really matters. And that's what keeps him grounded, win or lose. So now the putter's fixed, the swing is locked in, and the mindset is unshakable. What's left? Who's going to stop him? He's the most complete player in the world, the most consistent, the most composed, and he's still only in his 20s. He doesn't chase greatness. Greatness comes to him. He shows up, he executes, and he wins. So maybe the question isn't how Scottie Scheffler became this good. Maybe the question is, when, if ever, will someone catch up? Because right now, it doesn't look like anyone can.